we are human beings, that we don't only perform. We sometimes feel different. We sometimes feel outcasted. We sometimes feel isolated. Once you know yourself, you know how to place yourself in the society and find your role, what you're capable of. Yeah, the plan has changed. When people make plan, usually life shows different ways, and I have to choose. I guess I have to choose love. I cannot be 100% German, and I have to accept that.
Herzlich willkommen beim FLI Podcast. Hier ist jede Geschichte eine Erfolgsgeschichte. Heute Vorstandsvorsitzende des CGE Erfurt ist unser Gast. Herzlich willkommen, Ammalia. Diesmal können wir 2 Sprachen kombinieren, um zu zeigen, dass Menschen in Erfurt, in Weimar, in Thüringen auch gut auf Englisch leben können.
Ja,
was denkst du?
Finde ich gut.
Ja, gut,
Können
super.
wir das machen.
Dann kannst du dich kurz vorstellen und dann stelle ich Fragen auf Englisch.
Okay, gut. Ja, mein Name ist Ammalia Podlaszewska. Ich komme aus Indonesien, aber mein Mann kommt aus Polen. Und wir haben als Familie in Weimar, Thüringen seit 2015 wohnen. Ich habe 4 Kinder, alle Tochtern. Die sind schon im Gymnasium in der Schule, und dann die 2 sind im Kindergarten. Und ich bin in Deutschland gekommen als Studentin erstmal, und dann danach mache ich meine Doktorarbeit, und in 2017 habe ich Doktorarbeit verteidigt in Bauhaus-Universität Weimar in der Fakultät Architektur und Urban Planning. Und das ist auch in Parallel, war ich tätig als Projektmanager damals in CGE in 2018 und wurde ich ausgewählt als Vorstandsvorsitzende bis zum heute in CGE.
How is it possible to combine these 2, 3, 4 roles as a mom, as a wife, as a woman, as a professional project manager, and do your PhD? How is that possible? What do you do? How you do this?
That's a very valid and important question. When someone asks how is it possible, the answer is almost impossible. But I'm not thinking about each one of the roles separately. I'm not thinking in compartment. The question that I'm asking myself is rather, why am I doing that? So that is getting me through the day. And I think because of the intensity of the life that has given to me, and the decision that I make simply because I want to feel that I take part in something, that I find it important, that I want to be present in every single layer of life, whether it is as a mother. That is one of the most important role, or even not the role itself, but it's like a responsibility, or as a professor at the Bauhaus University, because I'm also teaching there, or as a Vorstandsvorsitzende, as a chairwoman. It is simply a way for me to be present in the life situation. So now when you're asking how is it possible, sometimes it's not possible. There are days when I think I cannot manage all of those. I have to delegate. I have to give up certain things. I have to sacrifice. I have to choose between this and that. I don't know if this is possibilities. That's very difficult, I think, to answer, because I don't think in that way. I don't know if that's answer your questions, but I don't think, truly, I don't think that way. I just simply thinking that I'm trying to be present in every life situation as possible. And that's the outcome, I suppose.
It's interesting that you told this is the role and intensity of life that's given to me. I think you chose this intensity and you gave yourself this life kind of to be like this full of different things, different meaningful things. Personal comment.
Yes.
It says I have a lot things to learn from you.
Oh,
When you moved to Germany, which expectations you had before and how it changed after some time?
thank you for the question. Simply because I was planning to go back to Indonesia after my master's study. I was teaching in Indonesia and I thought, okay, after my master's study, I will have to go back because my family was there. I was planning to teach until retirement. But as I mentioned, the life shows me a different way. I met my back then future husband, Gal. We met at Bauhaus University. We simply thought that we wanted both actually to find a family. And then that's it. And then that's simply the reason we decided to stay in Germany. And we moved for 2 years to Poland actually. But then we thought, okay, let's go back to Germany because back then I think it is more, there are a lot of more support that we receive in Germany else, in Poland back then to create a new and tiny family. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to stay in Germany. While thinking what's the best way to connect between these two families or three families. The plan has changed. When people make plan, usually life shows different ways and I have to choose. I guess I have to choose love.
What's the most difficult thing of living your life in Germany?
That's a lack of family support. That's very obvious. Family support meaning, hello. This looks really like my life, This is really like this. I'm trying to do something serious. My kids will go around, roaming around. I have a meeting. Kids are shouting.
Serious meeting with partners.
Yes, this is exactly
Hello?
what I meant. Okay, you cannot do anything about it.
Yes.
You just embrace the chaos.
Their dad said to sit down and be quiet there. So, Ammalia, what's the most challenging part of living your life in Germany?
Obviously, it's lacks of family support because both of us are coming from different countries. My families are in Indonesia. My husband family are in Poland. So everything that we are doing here are up to us, basically. We are happy that German government supported many other ways, from Elternside, Mutterzeit, and even finding a kindergarten for us back then. So in that case, the social infrastructure is supporting us a lot, but we are lacking of course, family supports. We have developed a lot of close friendship throughout the years. Our family friends, we call them family friends because they become our family. They have helped support us tremendously. I think it is almost unthinkable to do what we are doing now without their supports and helps, especially when it comes to family matters, right? I mean, we have 4 kids. You can imagine what's going to happen. A lot of things can go sideways and so on. So That is what we are missing the most. But we try to establish and to create our own family friends here in Germany. And I think we are super happy about it and super grateful that we can find friends, family in Germany.
Are there any traditions that you still keep till today in Germany? Traditions of your family, maybe culture, maybe country?
Yeah, actually, whenever my daughter's turning 1, I will cook gelbe rice, like golden rice. It's kind of tradition in Indonesia. When a child turns 1, you create or you cook some sort of rice dish with a lot of side dish or beilage, as we called it. And you have like 9 until 12 beilagen to represent each of the month you are in the womb and each of the month per year. So the mother will do that, usually with the help of friends. But since I don't have so many Indonesian friends, I sometimes have to order a certain beilage. But the idea is that this rice is kind of shaped as a pyramid, and then in the top of it there will be a chili, and then the chili is kind of shaped in that way. So it's like a mountain, like a fountain. It symbolizes hope. And since in Indonesian culture we do believe that the name brings hopes and prayers from the parents, so it kind of adds to our hope as parents that the child will be blessed with a lot of abundance in life, prosperity, health, and also good companions to help them through all of these difficulties and adversity in life. So this is the tradition that I still keep. And then we'll invite a lot of friends, family, just to celebrate the first year of a child. I mean, they won't perhaps remember anything from that party. It will be mostly like parents having a good time with each other. But it's always nice way to involve the kids and the family to help with decorations of the rice and so on. So yeah, we are always happy to do that. But that's it. I mean, I think we did it the last month. We are not planning to have another child, so we also often use that as a kind of a party food, just like what you use in Uzbek. You use plov, and we use tumpeng. We call it tumpeng. It's a gelben rice made of.
It's golden rice.
Golden rice, yeah. It's made from turmeric with other.
It's also
gewürz.
healthy. Beautiful tradition, really beautiful tradition. This is the first time that I hear this, and all the time when I hear different traditions from different parts of the world, I say how beautifully different are we. Yes, a lot things to take from each other. I have one interesting question.
Shoot.
Which small maybe gesture of stranger or people in Germany made you so touched?
Attached or
touched your heart?
Oh, a very simple gesture, very simple. As simple as looking at your own eyes, each other, and smile. That's it. Because I do sometimes believe that the connection starts from unspeakable, unspoken communication, simply by body languages, and how people accept you or try to isolate you through the way they see you, and whether they are afraid or contented or accepting you. For me, it's as simple as people saying, darf ich durchgehen, oder was? And then we'll look each other and we smile, or we say, schönes guten Tag. Or when I had my running in the morning, and then I look at people who are also running, and then we'll exchange gaze and we say guten Morgen. It's a very simple way of gesture, and because it really cuts through all these intercultural barriers, because in the end we are all just human beings, and such simple gesture means means a lot because you don't add attributes, you don't add cultural identity, you don't add your belief system. It's just simply a core of human being to be kind to each other in the very simplest gesture, like looking at each other. You don't know this person. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they just, I don't know, but they still try to show themselves. They show up and they still put smile on their face. I think that's very beautiful. And I would like to show my gratitude by smiling back at them, by saying, oh yeah, schönen guten Tag, or danke, or whatever. But it's always brought smiles to my face, and it makes me happier throughout the day. So simple.
Exactly. First time when I started running in the morning, in North Park, we have in Erfurt North Park.
Oh, you have a beautiful park.
Yes. When there was the culture of greeting people like this, like if you're running, it's like this. I'm like, what is it? I mean, I learned it after 2 times.
Yeah.
I understood what's going on.
Yeah.
But I told about this to whole my family. A lot of people in Uzbekistan. I said, wow, in Germany, people run and greet each other. And all of a sudden your energy is like full, and you feel really good after this. What is integration for you?
I feel that integration is a very subjective feeling. Very subjective, because I might feel integrated today. Tomorrow, maybe I will feel isolated. So it changes. It might has a lot of things to do with how I feel the sense of belonging, but it depends on how I acted throughout that day. Sometimes my work makes me feel isolated. But maybe when I pick up my child in kindergarten, I will talk to some others, and then I feel again sense of belonging. So that integration is a very fluid feeling for me. I do sometimes, as I mentioned, I feel the sense of belonging as some currency when I want to feel accepted in the society. But it comes through how I show up. It comes through how I see myself, how I contribute. And it has to do with what I bring to the conversations of being a person with migration background. In the other day, as I mentioned, I do feel sometimes isolated, but it is simply because I don't maybe share this day-to-day feeling with someone else. But again, I think it requires a lot of work from myself. I don't expect people to do the work for me, although it's also some kind of two-way streets, right? It's like a communication. So I think when the other party try to understand that we are doing our work, I think it means a lot. That we are not here just because. Right? We tried our best. We tried our best to also understand with whom we are talking to find our ways. That's a very difficult thing to do, to know to which directions you want to go. I don't think it is only because we are in this country as a migrant. I think everywhere in this world, you will always try to find your ways, even in your home country. But we are adding this challenge, being in different culture and societies, trying to understand ourselves, trying to understand what the societies are expecting from us. It's very tough work to do. So integrations for me, in the end, goes to a sense of belonging. But it depends on how I show up. that day. As I mentioned, it's very fluid, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I know in the end I cannot be 100% German, and I have to accept that. Even my girls, my kids, they are both German, Polish, Indonesian. But again, as long as we show up and we contribute and we show our best to show up and yeah, I don't know. I think that's what I can say now, because in the end of the day, it's up to us.
If from time to time you feel isolated, if you have some challenges, questions in life, if you don't feel the sense of belonging, does it mean that you're not integrated?
In that moment, probably yes. But I think in the bigger picture, of course, you can say that we are all here fully integrated because we are a part of big systems, and then we have all this, I don't know, we pay our taxes, we have our social security, we have our insurance, and so on and so forth. So structurally, we are integrated. But I mentioned that for me, integration is very subjective feeling because it goes to the sense of belonging. And when I feel isolated, I don't feel belong because I'm by myself, right? I don't show up, I don't contribute, I don't do some exchanges. There are days when I feel, okay, today I'm just be myself. I feel a bit tired. I don't know, I don't attend this or that. I don't reach out to my friends, I don't reach out to my colleagues, I don't reach out to my neighbors. So it's a day-to-day, I don't know, I don't want to say measurements because I don't measure such thing. But while it is a subjective feeling, it is very, very different day to day. But as I mentioned, I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm not talking about structurally being integrated. It's just two different things. For me, it's more like subjective feeling.
Yeah. Interesting thoughts I have after your talk. Each and every person in this society, doesn't matter if she or he has migration background or not, even Germans, I think they feel sometimes isolated, sometimes do not belong to this city or society, cannot find themselves, and maybe integration is like not only about the migrants, it may be about everyone.
I do agree. Yes, because when you take the core of sense of belonging, this feeling is inherently built in every human being. It doesn't matter. I mean, maybe even if you are from your home country and you live in your home country, you still can feel the lack of sense of belonging. You don't feel like integrated in your society. It has nothing to do with this being people mentioned with migration background.
What does success mean to you?
I think success means getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself, finding out what is your role, finding out what's good for you, what's not good for you. Basically, learning about yourself daily. That's success, at least for me. At least for me. Because once you know yourself, because the whole world, the only person knows you the best is yourself. That's my opinion. Once you know yourself, you know how to place yourself in the society and find your role, what you're capable of. And then, in terms of society or Gemeinschaft, success means harmony. I think to be able to find yourself, but in such a way that you bring harmony to the constellations of the society. That's a different way. Of course, we can always do it with controversy or a bit more with invasion or force. But I think it's a lot of things to do with creating the harmony while you are knowing yourself. That's success for me.
First step is knowing yourself.
Yes, that is the most important thing for everyone, for myself at least, that I know myself. Who am I? What am I? What I'm capable of? What I find important in life? What I find not necessary? What are my priorities? What are my Ablenkung? And how I can not to be distracted, first about that. And then you can put yourself in the positions where you can give more because you know yourself. You know what your limits are. And you can listen to people. You can share more. You can cherish each other. But from first knowing yourself.
In a personal level, are you getting successful every day?
No, I cannot do that every day. I train myself. I have to learn. I have to relearn. I have to be inspired by people. I'm very careful with whom I surround myself with, because it's also about receiving energy. Doesn't mean that I don't want to meet new people. It's just about, okay, sometimes I have to have distance towards certain things. When I'm feeling that I'm successful that day, I wish that the next day I can do that again. But when I'm not feeling successful, I will say, okay, this is not going to happen. It's okay. We'll do it better tomorrow. And then you say thank you for yourself. You say thank you. I try to always say thank you. It's okay. You do what you can do today. Thank you. Thank you, my mind. Thank you, my body. Thank you, whoever is exchanging with myself that day. And then you move on. And then you leave it there. Because otherwise, I dwell to it. And then you keep on picking up this burden of not being able to do it successful. And then it will just carry you down to whichever rabbit holes you don't want to stay.
What are your future plans or dreams?
Plans to create.
Create more?
No,
Because you're already creating, no?
Not create more kids. No, that's not what I meant. To realize ideas, good ideas, into something meaningful. For me, it is a creation. To find more inspiring people. So in the end, it's always, for me, it's about, I'm very passionate about people with ideas, people that has a lot of inspirations, inspirative people, inspirative stories. So I would like to be always inspired by them. So my plan is actually quite simple. I just want to continue, I guess, and to be exposed to many inspirative people as possible, to get ideas, and then to help realizing that ideas, meaningful ideas.
This is how we end our conversation usually. I ask the guests to tell, do you have something to say to the people maybe who are coming to Germany, who want to move in or who want to stay, maybe who wants to go to their country, or just people who are watching us? Do you have something to say?
Be kind to yourself, and that also includes that you need to take care of yourself, because it's a very long journey. And if someone wants to or foresee themselves to be staying either here in Germany or go back to their own country, wherever in this world, I think my mom is always saying that doesn't matter where are you, as long as you do it well, it will follow. I don't know if there is a way of saying that in English or even in German, that the fortune will follow. And be patient. We made mistakes, and especially that living in Germany as people with migration Hintergrund, it's not easy. You face a lot of difficulties every day. You are frustrated daily basis. People misunderstood you, but that's only temporary. Yeah, and to believe that everywhere in the world you will be always fine. In the end, it will be fine. Yeah.
It's true. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes. If you want to talk about yourself and your journey, don't go to therapists. Go to us, the podcast. I assure you.
Come to us.
Great. What does success mean to me? I hope.
Wait a second. Bitte schneller weg! Ihr seid sehr laut!
Große Tatsache. Das hätte ich mir bitte schneller zu dir. Schneller weg!
First snow! Happy first snow! Snow! Es fliegt! Was?
Aber noch läuft es nicht, oder?
Läuft.
Hier so in der Kamera.
Es läuft, es läuft. Es wirklich? Ja, es ist rot.
Seit,
Rot.
Das wird alles ausgeschnitten dann.
wir haben einen Blooper.